Welcome back to Gappleton. Today is the day that we continue our NV3500 Torture Test. It's been a minute since we've made any kind of update to this little mini series or whatever we're doing, but I'll give you an update. So my C10 LS swap 6-liter drag truck over there, street truck, it is equipped with an NV3500 out of a C1500, C1500 pickup, so the half-ton version of an NV3500. And we've been slowly creeping up on power and all this and that and stuff to see just how far we can push this transmission. It's historically, or it's not known for being strong. It's known for breaking third gear and not shifting fast and all this stuff. And we're trying to see if we can't bust the myth. So we're going faster and faster and faster and seeing what we can do, adding more and more power. Since the last iteration of one of these videos, there's been quite a few changes. So we'll go over some of that now. So if you've been following along, you know that we redid the entire forelink. That is all completely different now. It's a low prep style with the wishbone and coilovers and all that kind of good stuff. It's dialed into about 110% anti-squat, which is, I feel like, a good middle ground for a slick and the prep that we're on and all that. So that's probably going to be the biggest differentiator. We're still on a slick. Power level is going to be the same. The clutch has been redone. Flywheel's been resurfaced, all that good stuff. So we're hoping that'll hold out for tonight and we can actually see some improvements. So I will pick up here shortly when we get to the track. It's open testing tonight. I'm gonna get there early and try to make a good number of licks before it gets real busy. There's only 2 of these left here in the season in Gappleton. So yeah, hopefully we make some progress. All right, I'm out here at the track. Got her all in race mode. We are about to go make a pass. Watch me miss, I think, third gear. It felt like it was on a rip, but it really helps when you don't miss gears. So we're already back in the lanes. I'm just kind of looking over the log while I sit here because they're surprisingly busy. I think a lot of people were trying to beat the rain and everybody's kind of making a push at the beginning. Then it's sort of the end of the season. There's a lot of people out. So yep, we're gonna give her another go and see what happens. See if I can't grab some gears. right, folks, we got a new milestone for the NV3500 and the C10 together. I am there in the right lane. We went a 1273 at 109. That's a new PB. Almost ran down the Challenger next to us. Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I had him at the, well, let's see. Nowhere. I had him pretty much, I had him at the 8th, technically. Well, it was a good race. I'm actually working with Jeremy from Faster Proms. He's working on my tune right now. He just sent me something to upload, so I'm gonna go toss that in. He wants me to run it out a little harder, shift a little later. Yeah, he raised the limiter and he wants me to shift later, leave it in the RPM a little longer between shifts. So yeah, we're gonna go stuff it back in the lanes and do just that. This is awesome. I can leave my hood up in the lanes and I can drive up the lanes without having to close it. So, I mean, it's probably cooling down just fine without the hood open because of the vents, but they could not be more perfect. Driving around with my hood up. All right, we're back at the shop. That did not go as planned. Waited like an hour in the lanes and got all the way. I was the very next car, and then somebody looks underneath, and sure enough, I had a power steering leak. So my, the pressure line coming from the pump to the box had a little pinhole, and it was just pissing out fluid. So, I mean, it's probably the original square body line, because you can use the square body power steering lines to go to the LS pump. They bolt right up, and that's what I did because it worked. Hindsight, I mean, if you're gonna do one of these, I guess just buy new lines at the time. I did it way back when because it worked, and it always worked. But yeah, so now I missed out on my last pass, and I kind of called it after that because I didn't want to wait all that time in the lanes again. We got our new personal best. We went a 12.7 with the NV3500 in a full-size pickup. So yeah, the truck is still running really good, really strong. The clutch felt great. No hiccups at all, no blowing through it, nothing. So I kind of had a bit of a theory that slipping it too much while trying to leave may have been contributing to its pushing right through and then glazing it over. So I was a little more aggressive on it, which is kind of a gamble because, I mean, you dump the clutch too hard and try and leave too hard, you're going to break parts. But that's kind of the way I leaned, I think, tonight, leaving a little harder, and it took it. It felt really good. The 4-link seemed to do its job. I don't think I spun at all. The truck feels really, really solid. It went straight. Yeah, made good A to B passes, even in spite of missing gears. So yeah, not bad. We'll take it. That is all for this episode of Gappleton. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.